Hey everyone, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna be making a card that I wanted to try for ages now, a triple easel card. Not only will I show you how to make it, I will also show you how to decorate it, which is quite a challenge for these kind of cards. So stay tuned, and without further ado, let's dive right into the video. There's quite a lot of parts to this card. The first one is the base, which is of the size 4 inches by 5 inches. You're gonna need a lot of cardstock for this one. Then we have the biggest panel, which is of the size 4 inches by 12 inches. Now we are going to score, or you can say fold, this panel at 4 inches, 6 inches and 8 inches. You can use a scissor to create a score line, which will help in folding the panel. And we're going to see the most important part, which is how to fold it. In card making, we say a valley fold or a mountain fold. So the first fold is going to be a valley. You're going to fold it downwards. And here I'm just really reinforcing the score lines. This is the basic mechanism of the card. This is the easel part. So you really want to get it perfect and right. You can see this a few times to get the hang of it, because we're going to do it in all of the 3 panels. The second fold is going to be a mountain. You are going to fold it upwards. And the third fold, which will be again a valley, you're going to fold it downwards. You can consider this an accordion fold of sorts. And after you've done it, from the sideways, your panel should look like a W or an inverted M. The second panel is going to be of the size 3 inches by 9 inches. Now we are going to score/fold it at 3 inches, 4.5 inches and 6 inches. And we will fold it in the same manner as we did before: a valley, a mountain, a valley, downwards, upwards, downwards, creating that accordion fold, or you can say a W. Now the smallest panel will be of the size 2 inches by 6 inches. And we are going to score it at 2 inches, 3 inches and 4 inches in the very same manner. Once you get the hang of it, like you've done it 2 times before in the previous 2 panels, it becomes quite easy. You can see me added the third one very quickly. Okay, once we have all our pieces cut, folded and ready to go, we will do the sticking part. And this is a basic mechanism which will create the easel, but I don't know how to put it into words. Like, you just apply glue to one of these sections in the mountain, you can see one of them, and then stick the panel right into it. You can do it either ways, but I really don't know how to describe it. Just see it in the video, okay guys? And I should stop talking now. Alright, after we have all these pieces ready and cut, we are bringing in some designer paper in, baby. And these designer papers, I just bought them from a local store. They don't have a company of or anything, but they've got some pretty cool designs, and I use these geometric ones for this project. Now here is a little trick in sticking your designer papers. Now usually when we stick our designer papers, it is just a little bit smaller from the section we want to put it. So just take your designer paper, stick it up against the edge of the section where you want to put it, and just mark the little 2 edges. You don't need to measure it at all. I first saw this trick at the channel of Dawn Stamping Thoughts, so shout out to her. Now I used 2 different designs of the designer paper for the 2 different sections of each panel. One will be on the front and the other one will be revealed when you put the card on easel. So we will be needing 2 designer papers of the same size, 3 each, like you can see assembled here. And here I'm just sticking them to the different panels of the card. You can use 1 designer paper if you wanted, but I would recommend using 2. Which you should absolutely do. Cut a strip of 1 inches by 4 inches and stick it to the bottom of your base. What it will do, it will help in positioning the panels in the right way. The first panel will be up against the upper edge, the second panel in the middle, and the third panel will be up against the bottom edge. You'll see me doing that in a moment. Now this is not a necessary step for the card, but I highly recommend it because the placement of the panels can be quite a tricky thing. I'm positioning the strip and the panel. First of all, I'll be sticking this strip, thin strip. I use a designer paper for the strip. You could just use a normal cardstock, and sticking it at the base of a card. This is quite a positioner. It will help you in determining the position of the panels. And the first panel will be sticked up against the upper edge of the thin strip. Now how I did the decoration was, first I sticked the first panel, then I decorated it, then I stick the next panel and decorated it. This way I found it quite easy to plan your decoration because these kind of cards, they are absolutely hard to decorate. You'll find many tutorials showing how to make it, but the main trick is how to decorate. Now first of all, find a bunch of images, or if you're a card maker, find a stamp set that has quite a lot of images and you can create a scene. Like I found this really cute stamp set by Waffle Flower called Books and Coffee, which is a very good stamp set to create a scene kind of. You need lots of images you can put on each panel, and then of course you need a sentiment. So first of all, I'm creating a Books and Coffee scene. So I'm just doing some very simple coloring with Crayola pencil colors and coloring this cute bear and then the stack of books and a cup of coffee. Now as you can see, I really messed up the coloring of these books the first time. Whenever it comes to coloring images like these, flowers, books, cups, or maybe critters, I usually mess up the coloring scheme. But from my personal experience, I'd say the lighter the color, the better it's. Now I'm cutting this extremely cute and studious bear, and we're gonna stick it to the front of our panel. Now I did a hella lot of amount of detailing on this card. Like even after sticking the images, I went in pen after pen, outlining, detailing. First I outlined the images with a silver glitter pen, but then I wasn't liking it, so I outlined them again with a black glitter pen. I wrote a lot of things on the books, like the titles of the books, and I made the handle of the cup, the fumes of the coffee. Like images, when you have images like these books and the scene creator and builder, there is a lot of room for you to add a little bit detail, maybe write something, maybe draw some hearts or stars or anything. It will really add to the overall look of your card, and I think you should take the time to do this. So after the decoration of the first panel is done, we are going to stick the second panel, and this strip of 1 inches by 4 inches that we stick down there is going to help us a lot, because you can directly position the second panel in the middle of that strip and you'll get all the dimensions and positioning right just by using that strip. So really take the time to stick that. Now for the decoration of the second panel, we have this really cutesy image from the same stamp set, which has two critters peeking through it. And this time And you know, cards like a triple easel card, you can do this. You can create your sentiment in parts, like have one part of the sentiment on first panel, then the next part on the second panel. So the sentiment on this card is happiness is coffee, good book, and you. And the happiness is part sentiment is going to be written on the top of this lavender book. I think it's a nice way to use all this you have on this card. As usual, after sticking the image, went in with a silver black pen to detail the eyes and the nose of the quitters, and then with a normal black pen to outline everything, the books and the outline of the quitters, just to get that extra detail. And after this, we are going to stick the third panel, and this third panel, again with the help of our magical positioning strip, we will position it just right by sticking it at the bottom edge of our card. That strip is just amazing. Without that strip, it's going to be really hard for us to position. I have seen some tutorials where they don't use this strip and the card gets really wonky. Now I want the other two parts of the sentiment on a black piece of cardstock, and I'm cutting it with this amazing Faber-Castell scissor, which I've had from 2012. I got a kit of sorts of Faber-Castell where you have that like crayons and color pencils and everything, and this was included in it. I got it on my birthday, and I just love this zigzag pattern it cuts. It's just so amazing to get that extra detail in a card, and I've been using it a lot lately. You can also create like a postcard effect with this. I just love this scissor. Now here I'm just writing the first part of the sentiment with a silver glitter pen on this lavender book, as I told you I would. And here I'm writing the next two parts of the sentiment on these black pieces of cardstock which we cut from those scissors, and I'm using these pens which work great on black cardstock. These are the Knaf's gel pens. I have done a review on them, which I will link in the description box below. Okay, now so finally we are piecing everything together. So I just sticked the second part of the sentiment on the last panel on the front of it, and this little piece of and you is going to act as the stopper for the last panel, and it is sticked at the bottom of the last panel also. And now all of these panels which are sticked and everything, they will all cascade over, each acting as a stopper for the previous one. And we have an amazingly beautiful card. I highly recommend you to make this because it gives a lot of room to your creativity, and when it stands up like it is in the video, it looks just so beautiful. There are lots of opportunities with this card, so really try it out, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I first of all would like to apologize for this much delay in posting of this video. It would have posted literally weeks ago, but my Sony Vegas was so freaking irritating. First of all, it wasn't recording my voiceover. When it did, it had lots of audio glitches in it, so I had to record it again. and it's all because of that software. I'm just so irritated right now recording this last part of the voiceover. But anyways, thank you for watching, and until the next time, stay blessed, stay happy, and I will see you all in the next video.